Hi everyone, welcome to Maximum Attack Rallying. It is Monday and I want to start the week with some news about the British Rally Championship. Now I know we've got Monte Carlo coming up soon and lots to look forward to in the WRC, as I talked about in my last video if you've not watched it already. But I wanted to touch on the BRC because entries have started to appear for the first round, the East Riding stages. That takes place next month. Things are looking spicy. There's some interesting names on that list. It's all provisional right now. We don't know who's going to be doing the full championship, but I wanted to just have a little look through some of the entries and chat about them because there's some cool stuff on there. The biggest, the most interesting of all is that the 2024 champions, Chris Ingram and Alex Cronin, they have registered for the first round of the championship. We do not know at this point if they are doing the full season, but it is absolutely fantastic to see them there for the first round. Can't wait to see them back. I think it is so important for the BRC to have those guys there defending their crown. You know, we had a really good season last year, and now it's all about keeping that momentum, isn't it? And building on it and having another good season, another good season, keeping those strong entries going. So really good to see Chris Ingram. I really hope they do the full season. They will, of course, be in the Castrol Toyota. He did Rally Japan last year, and those Castrol Toyotas caused a bit of a stir, I think. You know, his car actually stayed in Japan and did a tour of a few dealerships and things. So great to see that excitement, isn't it? And great to see that iconic livery back out there. Marion Evans, he's also on the entry, so it looks like we should have a pair of Castrol Toyotas, which is fantastic to say, isn't it? Castrol Toyota, are there two brands that fit better together than that in rallying? There can't be, there's not many, is there? You know, that is an iconic pairing, so really good to see that. Also in a Toyota is Jason Pritchard, not part of that Castrol team, but that is another good name to see on the entry, and it is one of many. Let me just read you a list. So we've got the 2024 National Asphalt Champion, Callum Black. He is registered for the first round of both the National Asphalt and the British Rally Championship. We also have Max McRae, Neil Roskell, James Ford, Matthew Hurst, Elliot Payne, and James Williams. So there is lots in there to get your teeth into. What we don't have any word on yet is Ocean Price or Keith Cronin. Obviously they were the main title protagonists alongside Ingram last year. No news from them. I think their deals did come together quite late last year, so hopefully we will see them back. I was just talking about how we need to maintain that momentum, and I think having Ocean and Keith there would be a big part in that. You know, they were such an important part of the battle last year, wouldn't it? So I really hope that they find a way to compete again. What we do have, another interesting thing, we do have two M Sport entries on the list with no names attached to them. So M Sport have put in two entries. We're not sure who they are for yet, but we can speculate, can't we? We can make some guesses. So last year, Gary Pearson was one of their drivers. It might be him, he might be back. We're not sure about that yet. The other driver was Max McRae. It's not going to be him because he is already on the entry. So McRae is not part of the M Sport team by the looks of it. No car for him listed either, so we're not sure what car he's going to be in exactly. Who could be in the M Sport car? Well, as I said, it could be Pearson, he could be one. There's another few names that spring to mind. Could be William Creighton, perhaps. Could be John Armstrong. It would be great to see either of those guys back, hopefully both of them. I haven't mentioned him yet, but I would love to see Matt Edwards back in 2025. He's been competing over in Ireland more, but he's a three-time British Rally champion. So to have him back full-time in the BRC competing against Ingram would be fantastic. And what better place to do that than a proper M Sport backed Fiesta Rally 2? I don't know if there's anything in that. That is just me hoping. So do not take that as anything more than my wishing. But it would be great to see, wouldn't it? Edwards versus Ingram head to head in top cars would be a sight to behold. Putting aside the main BRC 1 contenders, there are a few other names that I want to mention, so you're going to have to forgive me because I'm going to look down a little bit. So we've got a few to get through here. The 2024 Junior Champion, Robert Proudlock, he is back, but he has moved up to a Rally 3 Fiesta, so it's going to be interesting to see how he gets on in that and how many other Rally 3 cars we get in the championship. I'm still not too sure how I feel about Rally 3. It's an interesting concept in a way, you know, a more affordable four-wheel drive car. But I don't think it seems to have taken off in perhaps the way that the FIA hoped. It looks like a lot of people kind of start in Rally 4 and then jump straight to to Rally 2, so I'm not sure how many cars we'll get in that, but obviously it's going to be interesting to see how Robert gets on in four-wheel drive after a really good season in 2024. Sticking with the kind of junior guys, it looks like Kyle McBride and Callum Graffin are both registered for the first round in Peugeot 208s, so hopefully we'll see those guys in the juniors. Some other interesting entries, we have a 2 times British champion in Johnny Milner. He was champion in, was it 2001 and 2002, or 2002 and 2003? 2002 and 2003, I think it was. He will be there in his championship-winning Corolla World Rally car. We have a few other big national names in there. We've got Damien Cole, John Stone, Steve Simpson, among others. So there's some interest there in the Pro Tyre National Asphalt Championship. And Rob Cotton, who I interviewed a week or 2 ago. He will be there in a Subaru Impreza, so worth following him and worth watching that interview if you have not already. So there is lots to look forward to for the first round of the BRC. As I say, things are provisional. We don't know if everyone is going to be doing the full championship. You do have to be a little bit careful. So you might have some National Asphalt Championship runners who register for BRC just to give themselves a better road position and things like that. So that's worth keeping abreast of. But it's exciting. There's some exciting names on that list already, particularly Ingram, particularly those 2 mysterious M Sport cars. So I think there's lots to be excited about for the BRC. My last video was about how many things there are to be excited about for WRC, but it's nice to be doing something similar for the British Championship. Again, I am super excited. I really, really hope they keep that momentum going. What we just need now for me, I think, it's great to have Ingram back, but I just want to see Ocean Price, Matt Edwards, a couple of those are the really, really top guys back in the BRC to really take the fight to Ingram. That would be fantastic. Anyway, let's leave this video there. One final thing, if you haven't looked at the Maximum Attack Rallying merch store, do go and do that. There are lots and lots of things on there. Otherwise, make sure you follow me over on socials. As always, like, comment, subscribe to this video. Let me know who you would like to see in the BRC and where you'd like them to be driving. And I will see you again next time.